CLASICOS.
Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 58. We are almost to 60 here on a rainy San Diego Monday. We're going to go ahead and talk a lot about soccer today. We're going to start with San Diego Loyal. San Diego Loyal had their first preseason game against Cal United Strikers. Before that, I went to take a visit over and had an interview with Landon Donovan and Corey Herzog. We'll see if we're allowed to play it, hopefully. We can go ahead and play it and not get in trouble for it. We're also going to go ahead and talk about everything Champions League. No Cristiano, no Lionel Messi for the first time since a while, since almost you were in elementary, and a long time ago. We're also going to go ahead and talk about the Premier League. Liga MX, Chivas pierden 0-3 contra el América, and all that goody stuff. We do want to talk about Community COVID Shield because that was tight as hell.
Oh, that was fucking dope, man.
That was so cool.
So we made the post today. Quarterfinals will be live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. It is St. Patrick's Day. So grab a beer, join us. We'll probably drink a little bit. Right?
I'll drink with some water.
Yeah, so I'll take a beer. But yeah, quarterfinals. So they're actually going to be 6 minutes long now, the matches.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the semifinals will be 8. Final will actually be 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, join us. We'll be live and should be a lot of fun. The Round 16 was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. We had people from all 3 countries in North America join us. We had, Mexico being represented. Mexico. We had Santiago Anton, who
said he loved it.
He unfortunately chose America, which
But the fact that he said, I was watching this game with my kid, like it was an actual game, and we celebrated the goal. That honestly made the whole thing worth it.
So yeah, Santi went ahead and won against Mexico, and he actually did watch it, like I said, with his son, and as if it was a real game.
Which I feel bad because I cussed after that game.
I would think we cussed in every game, but hopefully his son doesn't speak that much English. Or if not, we're learning phonics community COVID style.
Teaching people English.
So we do have the matchups. The 90th minute podcast went through to the next round. They're going to go ahead and go against the only team that has won this tournament before, Fairweather Podcast, who won with their Liverpool. Shout out Fairweather Podcast. You can also find their first episode they just recorded. And I think they're going to go ahead and do it on Wednesday too. Shout out to them. Great stuff. I loved episode 1. A lot of love happening over there. Yep. And then we had a representative with Juan, who won with Inter 3-0, handily the only
3-0.
Thrashing. Yeah, thrashing.
First hat trick, I think, from a player.
Yeah, and we had Travis on. Shout out Travis on Twitter, just like loving it. Tom was loving it. We had a bunch of people in the comment section. It was a hoot.
I think the highlight of the whole thing was Cesar advancing again to the quarterfinals with the mighty Mexico. Underdogs Mexico. They ended up beating who did they beat?
They ended up beating El 3 podcast with Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. That's right.
But yeah, so that was, I think we have it here, a little clip. Let's not show everybody our stats for as good or bad as they may be. So it's a little.
Fernandez has a shot again with the cut. Passes it to Cavani. Cavani has a shot. Oh, why did he step over? You could have shot with your left. Cavani!
90th minute podcast going through right there with a goal from Cavani. Yeah, we did.
France, Barcata.
Bridge Barcata, who beat John from UWS Weekly. Shout out to UWS Weekly.
We really thought he was going to shoot right there.
Giroud had it, but unselfishly just passed it. Great. This is the Fairweather Podcast, who we will be going up against 90th minute. Okay, so Curtis, we kept talking shit about. Is this guy who was like, why is he in the lineup?
And his name was Curtis, and we're like, fucking Curtis.
Yeah, like Curtis, que nombrecito, and then he ends up scoring the game-winning goal. Then Bam Slam Podcast, Josie Altador, who celebrated in front of the Cholo Squeakless fans. And here we go.
Mexico. Cesar Hernandez, Mexican.
We are not biased, even though we have our own person like in it. We should be cheering as hard as we are for him.
Yeah, but it's Mexico, you know.
You had this moment where Mexico played against America. You had the moment
Look
with
at the
two
Ochoas right
Ochoas coming and embracing. They knew.
Oh my God!
But definitely Weston also going through. We're playing against Weston in the next phase of the tournament. So Wednesday,
exciting.
That's gonna be exciting. But you know, if it's anything like the real Spurs, you know,
better case of beers.
So yeah, so that was a whole bunch of fun. So we do want to go ahead and talk about a little bit of Loyal, like we said over this last week.
So you went on Friday. You went
without you. So I was,
wow.
you know, we were.
I mean,
we
only
were
one of us was allowed, and I let you go.
Yes, and
so, tell us about it. I mean, you kind of fucked things up for a little bit.
Okay, we'll leave the blurred lines there and let people fill their spaces because you know.
Don't fucked up, guys.
Shut up.
Like
anyway,
that.
So
and if you're curious to find out what happened,
I'm never gonna tell
hit
anybody.
Me up.
I'm never gonna tell
I
anybody.
gladly will tell anyone that what happened.
Anyway, so I get there because it's close enough to my job to where I'm able to drive to the Olympic Training Center. Long story short, I've been there because I've done a couple of camps for my work. I taught a kid who was sent to a BMX camp. You know, they actually go on the ramps, the Olympic ramps.
Did you do that?
No, but they could send the kid, and the kid had no idea how to ride a bike, and I had to teach him, and it was wholesome.
You taught a kid how to ride a bike?
Yes, yes.
Wow. What a dad moment.
I guess. And so that entrance was closed, so I had to go around. I was like, okay, I actually looked at the map and the address, and it was a different way in. And so I pull up to the athletes only entrance. So as soon as I pull up,
that guy looked at you, huh?
The poor old viejito security guard, like a fossil, bro, a fossil of a security guard.
You don't look like an athlete.
Comes out with, first of all, he looks at me like, sir, athlete only entrance. The fuck
McDonald's is that way.
There's not a McDonald's around in that radius because of how like well built everybody who's there. Like it's crazy, except for the security guard. And so we're like, hey, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm here to visit and check out the practice and this is that for Loyal. You're not on the list. And then I was there. Long story short, they let me through. They yelled at the poor old man. Shout out to that guy.
Oh, fuck you.
I was on the list.
Up.
I didn't do. Moving on.
That's fucked up.
So we get there and I see our friend. Again, I parked like a mile away. So I had to, you know, walk and chug along. Took a hike. Did my exercise. Got my steps. And I saw our friend Jordan from a Named Soccer podcast, Jordan Caruth. So he was there with baby Luca, his little boy.
Nice.
Just absolutely disregarding his dad's glasses. Just tossing them. Those Ray-Bans did not have a chance.
Oh, man.
So, you know, as we got there, you know, the Loyals practicing. They're finishing up practice. And I have my little GoPro and my little tripod. And, you know, I was so excited. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, I was just there. I didn't even know what to expect, honestly. I was like, okay, maybe I'll do an interview.
Who did you say hi to first, Jesse?
Yeah, our boy Jesse was there. Shout out to him. And then literally, like, everybody was there. The entirety of everybody was there.
Anybody approach you and be like, what's up? Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, Nate Miller. Came by. The great Nate, and talked soccer.
You just hung out with his brother.
Yeah, and we showed them the ways of Tacos El Gordo. So shout out to them. It blew their mind. But yeah, so we talked a little bit of soccer, obviously, with Nate and tactics and, you know, really good little chat. And he left as everybody's packing up and getting ready to close shop. And so they're like, hey, like, who do you want? Like, you know, tell everybody I want to talk to. I was like, like,
I get the ball.
Okay, cool. Like, Corey? I'm like, nobody's really talked to Corey yet, I think probably. I might be mistaken. So we won't get into exactly why and what happened with the exchange and troublemaking I caused. But hopefully this is closed.
Let you guys
hopefully
know.
this is
let you guys know.
All right. I got some audio and probably some visual with Corey Herzog. So let's check it out.
What was that? Is this allowed?
God, I fucking hope so.
How's it going, Corey? Tony, finally nice to meet you.
Finally face to face.
Face to face, man. What is most exciting for you here in San Diego, man?
Oh, just the atmosphere.
I guess it's not allowed. It is allowed. Give me a second.
technical difficulties by the great Tony. Hey, man, you know what? Guys, don't be hard on Tony. He's trying his best. He's fucking trying. He's putting blood, sweat, and tears into this podcast.
How's it going, Corey? Tony, finally, nice to meet you.
Finally face to face. He's gonna make mistakes,
man. What is most exciting for you here in San Diego, man?
Look at that.
Oh, just the atmosphere. I mean, the weather.
All right, here we go.
The atmosphere and the guys on the team make it fun to play. So
let's try this again, all right? Corey,
what
and
have you seen lately that's exciting?
we're gonna go ahead and do this take two.
Just how competitive. Just how
how's it going, Corey? Tony, finally, nice to meet you.
Finally face to face.
Face to face, man. What is most exciting for you here in San Diego, man?
Oh, just the atmosphere. I mean, the weather you can't complain about, but the atmosphere and the guys on the team make it fun to play. So it's a lot of fun this year.
100%. What have you seen lately that's exciting you from the team itself? You know,
just how competitive everybody is. I mean, every spot has 2 to 3 guys that could play and win games for you. So it's a really good environment to be in. Every day's 100%, so it's good.
No, definitely. And coming in, obviously, to a semi-new team this year, coming in with everything that happened last year, do you think that this team has what it takes to be
100%? 100%, yeah. Our goal is to win every game and to bring the trophy home, so that's the #1 goal.
So I was at the Torero Stadium when you guys came over last year and visited, and one of my first things that I pointed out was that guy, Corey Herzog, was going at it with Landon. Just at it, just verbally. Is that just what you're bringing to this
team?
Just
a lot of fight and all that. I like doing it on the field, not much fight in me and off the field. But when I'm on the field, it's a different person, 90 minutes, and then you can have fun after.
So what style can people expect from you, you know, who are watching soccer, maybe learning soccer? What type of a player would you describe yourself as?
I'd say just working hard. Just the only thing I can control is effort, and every game I'll bring that. And that could just lead off. That could lead off to the midfielder stepping harder and that. But me as a forward, my first thing is defend and make it look like working hard and all that. Because if I work hard, it makes their job easier, you know?
100%. Obviously, we had an interaction on Twitter. I don't know if you remember that. So, I mean, I'm still down.
I'm ready whenever.
I have my gloves in the bag.
Oh, you want to do it today? I don't know about today. I don't know about
100%. But
next week.
Have you ever... What type of approach would you have? Do you want penalties? Do you want long shots?
Whatever you want.
All right. Well,
I don't usually score outside the 18, so something in there.
Yeah, 100%. You know, those highlights that I've been watching on YouTube are amazing. You just seem to be right on the where you're supposed to be at all times.
That's my job, yeah.
Exactly. But you've been going up against some of these goalkeepers. Austin, obviously, who's been here since last year. 2 new incoming. Obviously, in practice, you got to get the ball through them.
For sure.
How are they?
They're good. 3 great keepers that can play anytime, any place, and all that. So I'm really excited about them. They're competitive every day. They're making unbelievable saves that I'm not too happy about, but yeah, they're good. So that's a good thing.
So, on average, I mean, this won't go to Landon. How many Dr. Peppers? After every goal, after every match,
it's a lot of
reveal.
Yeah, it's a good amount a day. But as long as I do my work on the field, that's what matters.
Obviously. And one last message for everybody in San Diego loyal fans, loyals now internationally known even because of what happened last year. Hopefully by the on-field play this upcoming year. What's the message that you will give to everybody, every San Diego, every fan looking up to this next season?
We're playing for you guys. I mean, everything that we do Monday through Friday that you don't see is shown on Saturday, and we're going to win some games for you this year and hopefully bring a trophy.
All right, so that was that. Obviously, thank you, Corey, for your time.
A lot of Dr. Peppers.
I mean, if that's what we took away from it.
If he can do it, why can't we?
Do you like Dr. Pepper that much?
I do like Dr. Pepper. You know?
Hey, more for you guys.
Hey.
But again, thank you, Corey, for that. Interesting, you know, he was talking, you know, this is very behind the scenes and how the stew is made. I didn't know I was going to really like talk to him or anybody. Like I had no expectations of exactly what was going to happen. So
I get you. And if you guys don't know Tony, he's a fucking perfectionist. So he wants everything ready. Plan A, plan B, plan C.
Yes, it has to
and if he's telling us that he didn't know he was going to talk to this guy, like he had no questions written down or anything.
No.
Good job, dude. That was really good.
Thank you.
This is the first time I hear that, by the way. He didn't want to send it to me.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I didn't want to, just forgot. Beautiful, beautiful day out there. So yeah, Corey was talking about again his play style, making a joke. You know, I usually score inside the 18, and it's true. If you look at his highlights, a lot of them is just being in the right place at the right time. Giving some praise over to Austin, who you saw in the back with the bunny ears, and I mean he's ready.
Is that all you talk to? Is that everyone?
Well, I mean, you know. they're obviously, once again, thank you, Corey. Hopefully we get more audio and see him practice.
Yeah.
All we'll see about the practice and something that, obviously Jordan and I were talking about a little bit, is that this team is huge. I mean, grandes tombatos, like macizos, like. Yeah, so it looks like a really good team coming together, and then so after Corey left, I was like, all right, cool. They had obviously El Jefe. By the way, happy birthday to Andrew Vasiliades, owner, chairman,
Happy
of SanDiego Loyal.
21 never looked so good.
Imagine.
Me agüito, la neta.
You'd be like, oh shit, oh man, a 21-year-old owning a team. It'd be great. But no, so after we had the fortune to go ahead and flag down Landon. So this is the first time we talked to Landon.
Well, you.
First time we were a team.
No.
You were here. They were there.
Now we're a
spirit.
team.
In spirit.
Now I fucking hate you sometimes.
And so first time we talked to him in a while. And again, I going in, I didn't know I was going to talk to him. Expectations, I had none, which is good, I guess.
You should have assumed you were going to talk to Landon.
I should have. I should always be prepared for anything. Because again,
did you have some questions in mind for him?
Kinda. Like there's questions. Look, I take a lot and I watch a lot from my local heroes, and there's Marty Caswell is a reporter here in San Diego who gets some of the best audio. She's co-host with Darren on the Darren Smith show. She gets some of the best audio and interviews and just microphone in athletes' face and get some good stuff. So I'm just like, all right, let's channel that type of whatever. There's questions for like long form podcasts, like hey, Landon, like esto te acuerdas, but I was just like, all right. Sure. So I mean, this is kind of what I put together in man. After he came over, right? So he's walking over to my camera where I had my little GoPro. Jordan and still there with baby, still in hand, still throwing Ray-Bans on the floor. And then Jordan's like, oh, here's the real deal. Here are the real tough questions. And he's like, hey, ¿qué pasa? And starts like, oh, ¿qué onda? I'm like, ¿qué onda, Landon?
¿Qué pasa?
Oh, ¿qué pasa? Que no sé qué. So this is exactly what happened after.
So Landon, we're here about to start season 2.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about from what you see on the field with your players?
The continuity that we have, and it's been a lot easier this year to get to where we are after 5 days. It probably took us 30 days last year to be at this same point. So the guys who are returning know exactly what's expected, and the new guys, I think, are picking it up quickly and learning fast.
From what you learned in your first year as a manager, are you taking everything to heart, or are you taking a lot of what you learned and the dynamics that you created with the first team and bringing them over with this new core of players and the incoming players?
Sure, it's a process, right? So last year was very choppy, and we only had 16 opportunities in the games to improve. So we had a lot of good building during the training sessions during the season, but we only had really probably 5 or 6 games where things started to look the way we wanted right at the end of the year. So this year we've got a lot more time, hopefully, a longer season where we can continue to build and keep getting better.
You had tryouts not too long ago, open tryouts, and a lot of people came over and got a chance to take a look at it. Does that excite you? How many people came out out there, and what's something specifically San Diego you're noticing? Maybe some qualities, tendencies, smart players, or tackling dance players? What did you see from the San Diego people?
So we've had the opportunity now through our tryouts, through Loyal Select, and then just watching youth games to understand better all the different talent in this region. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that we
events that happen moving forward. This community has taken to loyal and has embraced it. Do you guys feel that love?
We do, and we hope so. We are more than a soccer team, and I try to stress that with our players. We are trying to become an institution like the Padres, like Brady, things like that mean a lot to San Diego, like the great universities here, USD, SDSU, UCSD, Point Loma, etc. So we're trying to become an institution that people care about and that can really positively impact the community. It was hard last year because the biggest way we do that is probably on the soccer field. People get to come together and watch us play. But because we didn't have the opportunity to play in front of fans, we tried to find other ways to be engaged with the community in a real way. So we're trying. We're not perfect by any means, and it's going to take time. You know, these other institutions have been here for decades, if not longer. So it's going to take time, but I think we're doing a pretty good job trying to integrate the community.
One last question. Last year, I was fortunate enough to be in the stadium for home matches. One thing I noticed that was very consistent was your coffee before match. What's the type of coffee that you have? Is it a pre-game coffee? Any coffee to make it? Or
so last year we just had like a Keurig and whatever we could get. But now that I'm starting to become a coffee connoisseur because these guys keep me up all night with the way they act and constantly trying to catch up on caffeine and stay awake. Now my favorite is Blue Bottle Coffee, which is there's one in Del Mar where I live. So now we actually will make a little pour-over coffee that I like to make for everybody, including myself. So I'll be more caffeinated this season.
There's a lot of good coffee here. Blue Bottle's really good one in downtown.
That's right.
Fantastic. And then Español, you can give me one line to para la gente de aquí de San Diego, Tijuana, de la hispana, un mensaje para motivar a todos para que vean a San Diego, que pues le pongan ganas y le echen porras.
Sí, por fin, creo que vamos a tener la oportunidad de jugar con gente en el estadio y ojalá la gente viene para vernos en USD, en Estadio Herrero. Muchas gracias a toda la gente que nos apoya y vamos a tener una temporada muy buena.
Perfecto, muchas gracias, Landon.
Good man.
En exclusiva, Landon en español, con two balls and a mic.
Good man, Tony. Fist bump at the end. Hand sanitizer after.
He didn't ask about me?
Yeah, he did. He's like, hey, good job, Tony.
How's
How's
Chiva
Chiva doing? Yeah.
No,
He was like, hey, ¿cómo estás? In Spanish, ¿cómo está Chivita? Sí.
Chingón. Buen compa, Landon.
Thank you.
Muy buen compa, güey.
Thank you, Landon Donovan. Everything is it's all forgiven. Blue Bottle Coffee. Shout out Blue Bottle Coffee. It's actually really good coffee. I prefer Cafe Moto. It has a drive-through.
Vale verga.
It's okay. So after that, we went ahead and
for JPAG, add whatever you want, bro.
It's very dangerous for the audio listeners. He just put a whiteboard up, so anything could go on that whiteboard.
Yeah, that was for JPAG now.
But yeah,
Finally, I'm becoming a meme on Twitter, guys.
Yes, it's great. Share it.
Like, what the fuck is going on Twitter?
I love it. Please share, subscribe. Right. But anyway, going back again, this was very unexpected. I should have expected it, obviously, granted, but I felt like they were safe questions. Hopefully, out there you guys enjoyed that.
They were good. I was not expecting to ask about coffee, but
what do you mean? I was honestly one of my top questions. Like, I was just, what are you drinking, dude? Like, just a big, hefty pour over
the
whatever.
People want to know
of black coffee. So now you know, Blue Bottle Coffee and Keurigs. So after that is when I fucked up. Lesson learned. We are look.
Hit me.
Act like you've been there.
Tell you what he did.
Act like you've been there. I acted like I've never been there. So that's all I will say. Learning experiences.
The whole weekend.
I was yes. Hey, I need things to go a certain way.
Had that been me, oh shit.
Yeah, you would have never.
Oh shit! I would not be on this episode.
And then I
would not be part of Two Balls on the Mic
anymore. I told you I need you to talk shit to me, like bring me down, like fat shame me with my bad work, like whatever. Just you're like, I don't know how to be mean to you.
I was not mean to Tony because I
Don't
already
worry,
knew
'cause you
he
knew-
was hard on
Yes,
himself enough.
It's torture enough. After that, I walked back to my car 3 miles away, and on the way, saw some of the players,
a little bit.
and yeah, said hello to both Jacks.
Really?
We kind of walked together, made sure had masks on, and spaced out.
How's Jack Blake?
That was a monster.
Really?
Not even like he's just like that.
Is he short?
I wouldn't say short. It's just
Like
he's average.
5'10",
Yeah.
5'10"?
Like he's a cool guy. Talked a little bit about his YouTube channel. Just walking to the car. As you do with professional soccer players at the Olympic Training Center. Talked a little bit about his YouTube channel. He's like life, kids. All the editing that goes into it. It's like, and I was like, kind of. We all do it on the fly. We don't really edit, but he doesn't know that. But no, like it was really cool. Got to the car. Everybody, I guess it's again. Am I revealing too much? No. They all get little lunches, or like they have their little lunches. I'm just gonna assume it's cooler for them to like bring their own little lunch, and you see them like snacking.
Cool.
Bato Ben Spencer way.
¿Qué pedo?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So looking good?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear.
Ben Spencer, who has a if you guys saw the piece on him and Morgan on Twitter and all that stuff that Loyal put out, he has a vehicle that resembles exactly that type of lifestyle. I was like, yep, it makes sense that you drive that, actually. Like, yep, definitely. Saw Jack Metcalf, said hello to him.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean,
Jack's a good
fortunate.
friend of the podcast.
I will say it's fortunate to be able to do these kind of things, and hopefully this isn't the last time that we are able to go, because next time is your time. Hopefully you're able to go at least once.
Hopefully Landon calls me. Does he know my name?
I mean, he asked for you first. He was like, hey, Chivita, ¿dónde está Chivita? I was like, whoa, Landon. But no, so then that was before the weekend. This was on Friday. Then into the weekend, they did have their first preseason match against Cal United Soccer Strikers.
The lineup looks solid at first.
NISA League, which still where 1904 plays. They were talking, I think the fact that everybody was talking shit about Taco Bell on the jerseys for them. Well, we don't know much, is what I'll say. Nikki,
a lot of people were upset on Twitter.
You were more active on that. Tell me.
Yeah, so a lot of people were
like
really
you saw
upset.
it. We didn't participate in that. I don't want to be on the shit list
Yeah,
further.
You pretty specific told me, let's kind of stay away from Loyal this weekend. And I'll tell you guys why later if you hit me up.
No, stop. Stop.
And
shit.
And the thing is, Loyals, they tweeted, oh yeah, we're gonna tweet like live tweets throughout the game. Like the whole first 40-minute session, they didn't tweet anything. And then they tweeted once Nikki scored, and then it was 2-1. So everyone said that's why nobody's freaking tweeting. They were losing 2-0.
Yeah. I even saw some people on Twitter,
and thou was
shall
actually
not be
keeping
named.
updated with their Instagram story. So people are like, "Oh, we should just tune in on there."
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
so Loyal ended up tweeting, going, "Lesson learned. We you guys want more. We appreciate you guys. We'll give you guys more." And again, first game, preseason game. It's at the Olympic Training Center. It's really just a scrimmage.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't even think they scored on the first team. I think all the goals were in the freaking second session, second 40-minute session. And that's when they put in pretty much a lot of the bench players. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. I wouldn't stress over it. Again, I get it. People are excited because they want to see Loyal play. But give it time, guys. May is coming. Preseason is really nothing to be too excited about, especially when it comes to any type of sport, really.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's excited about the Padres. Spring training kind of been 50-50 at this point. But yeah, so it was interesting, and it's interesting seeing how everybody kind of is on a learning curve. Sabbath game, y'all forgive us, we'll forgive you, type of thing.
Yeah,
we're fine.
And hit me up if you gotta find out what the fuck Tony did.
But if anything, I just want to make sure that I do say thank you for everybody at Loyal. Thank you to that security guard. Sorry, dude.
Poor guy's fired already.
Hey, pobrecito. He needs that job. He needs that job. But again, thank you for everybody who made that possible. But yeah, moving into the next.
The champions.
The what?
The champions.
Ew. I'll just do that.
Have I told you this is my alarm?
We've heard it multiple times on this show, actually, so you don't have to let us know.
It's a joke.
You don't fucking turn your shit off.
So for the first time in 15 or 16 years, since 2005, there's no Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo in the quarterfinals, which is coming the end of an era.
It's the end of an era. This is when Triple H and Undertaker were in a Hell in a Cell in WrestleMania with special guest referee Shawn Michaels.
If you had to throw in a year for both of them, how many years do you think they have of being top talent?
I mean, 15 at this point.
You would give him 15 more years?
Oh no, I thought you meant how many already had.
No, how many more?
Oh, I mean, Ronaldo can get that. I don't know what kind of cyborg he is. I give him another 2 years.
2 years?
No, okay.
And Messi?
2 years for Messi, 3 years for Messi. Same. They'll taper off around the same time, but
wow, you think so?
Yeah, I'll give them 2 to 3 years in the top tier. Because right now they're both in the top tier.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But let's get to some of the matches that we had last week. We had the second round of the round of 16. We had Porto against Juve. And
interesting.
Surprisingly, we really thought Ronaldo would step up and be Mr. Champions League and do what he does best. Mm-hmm. And it just wasn't enough.
It just wasn't enough. And against a Porto team who was inspired. This Porto team came in and everybody was talking shit and everybody was dismissing them and everybody was saying, just wait until la magia de Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo's going to take over the game and this and this and this. And it just never happened. Even though they did go 10 men in the 54th minute with the red card, Porto, and they were still able to hold on to a 3-2. You all right there, buddy?
I'm good.
To a 3-2. They lost 3-2, but the aggregate ended up being in favor for Porto. Porto goes through with Tecatito.
Yeah, it's great. Bro. It's great. Tecatito's in the quarterfinals, and also a lot of people like the Porto goalkeeper just because he played in America, which is Marchesín, I think.
Marchesín, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Marchesín. And I mean, I'm glad Pepe's in there. Pepe's still playing. He had a great game defending. And I mean, covering Ronaldo's never an easy task. But they did it. They're another dog, and they're over in the quarterfinals. And do I see them advancing to the semifinals? I don't think so. But again, I was wrong about them beating from Juventus, and maybe I'll be wrong again. And I hope so. I love seeing an underdog in the Champions League.
And again, it's a team that isn't supposed to really be there. And last year you had Atalanta coming in and being that team, but it seems like this might be a little bit different. It's not just this is a solid team that they have. I do want to show.
You see how Ronaldo turned on that free kick on the goal for Porto? Like a lot of people are giving him shit for that.
Yeah, he turned.
Why are you turning around? If you're looking at the ball, you're gonna see that it's coming low. You might be able to stop it.
Yeah, no te voltees.
Se volteó, la cagó Ronaldo, güey.
A genius free kick, because again, you don't expect that to go low and away.
Exactly. Especially from that range.
But yeah, it was a fantastic game by Porto. I just want to show if I can. Pepe Maki Morata. Here it is. So you have Pepe Morata in the midfield. Pepe does his back heel challenge. Morata's on the ground, and then you see Pepe.
That's gold. That's gold, man. Gotta respect Pepe, man.
Pepe
one of the dirtiest fucking defenders. Next to Ramos. This guy next to Ramos.
Wait, they were in a team at the same time.
Oh my God.
They were in the
both
team
of them, dude.
at the same time.
They took turns just trying to fucking ruin Messi's career, man. Straight up.
And they couldn't, and that was against some of the best Barcelona play, and they still lost against. That's how great that Barcelona team was.
Yep. We'll talk about Barcelona a little bit, but next game that we had Dortmund against Sevilla. They ended up drawing 2-2. Guess who scored both goals in that game for Dortmund?
Is his name Erling Haaland?
Yeah, Wonderkid Haaland scoring 4 out of the 5 goals for Dortmund in this series. That's just freaking insane. Royce came back and started in this game, which was huge plus for Dortmund. Overall, the possession, they didn't have it. Sevilla had more possession. But
interesting. Both of these losing teams that we just talked about, Sevilla had over 65% possession, lost. And then Juventus also had over 65% possession and lost. So
that's crazy.
You know, we're just talking with Sean Kelly, statistician for Formula One, and SanDiego Loyal. Shout out, that dropped yesterday. Check it out. One of the most important, it was fascinating. What a great talk. You were talking about Champions League.
Shit, man.
Wait, it's a human Google calculator. I don't even know. And he saw some stuff on very expensive Monaco yachts. So check it out on our channel, YouTube.
I want to talk about Haaland, dude.
Yes.
I saw his goals, and I think the best thing about it is just his off the ball movement inside the box.
Inside the box, or he's a fucking freight train. If he gets the ball in the midfield, he's just choo-choo, motherfucker, and just all the way. Yeah, you cannot take him down.
He's
strong,
18,
fast.
18. He's fucking strong as fuck already.
No, he's not 18.
Yeah.
He's not 18. He's 20.
Okay, 20.
Okay. Relax.
But still, dude, what a freaking monster.
Senate confirms Deb Haaland as Biden's interior secretary. Congratulations.
Haaland throwing goals on the field and becoming part of Biden's cabinet.
To the Haaland family. Fantastic. The namesake Haaland. But Dortmund does advance over Sevilla in the aggregate 5-4.
I would put them as my dark horse in winning Champions League.
I mean, the way that Haaland is playing, I wouldn't put it past him to make an impact.
Yeah.
PSG, though.
Yes.
Winning against Barcelona in aggregate 5-2. This game went 1-1.
So Barcelona had the chances to make that comeback.
Yeah.
Dembele kept missing
21 shots.
Yeah, dude, 10 on target. That's 10 goals if you make those, dude.
Yeah.
You advance easily. You destroy PSG. I'm gonna ignore that shit. That was loud as fuck. But anyways, 73% possession for Barcelona. That's just fucking insane. That's what they're capable of. Dembele kept missing. They need to get rid of him. Dest hit the post.
That was a good play. Not gonna lie, that was a good play.
Yeah, but you can't finish.
But he's not supposed to.
I know.
He's not supposed to. It was a good play. Like Jordi Alba with that one a couple of weeks ago where you hit the crossbar in Perron. It's good. You're not supposed to do that. That's why we hail Marcelo's one goal preseason. Yeah, Messi has been scoring some beautiful goals this last couple of weeks. Yesterday against.
What else can he do? He's trying to put the team on his back. What else can he do?
There's nothing else he can do. Again, 73% possession against 27% possession. Again, this was a different scenario. PSG needed to hold off. Wild, by the way, what's happening with PSG off the field?
What happened?
Di Maria's family getting yes, hostage situation, and Marquinhos' family.
That's fucking crazy.
Bato, what the hell is going on over there? Oh, no.
I don't know, man. That's fucking crazy. Hopefully, everything turns out all right. And then we had Liverpool against Leipzig. Again, 2-0 win. They won 4-0 in aggregate. Again, Leipzig just is not the same.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Without Werner. How good is Liverpool, though, in this Champions League? Are they a favorite? Are they, watch out for them?
Again, Sean Kelly, who was telling us how he has a personally commissioned full wall of Gerrard picking up that Champions League trophy against Milan with the streamers and everything, which happens to be 15 years. It was a couple coincidences, right? It was 15 years since that day started. They were about the same place in the table in the Premier League when they won it. The final was in Istanbul last time. The final's in Istanbul this year. You never know. There's some crazy magic that happens.
Is that
he was an all right Liverpool fan. They say
history repeats itself, right? They tend to say that.
Who?
I think it's a J. Cole lyric.
Oh, I like how that's where you get that from. That's a J. Cole lyric.
And then we have some upcoming games this week.
We do have a couple of upcoming games this week.
We got Real Madrid with no Hazard because Hazard is once again hurt.
Pobrecito.
4
He's
to
a
6
hazard.
weeks now.
So
Poor
yeah,
guy, man, came over to fulfill his dreams as a, like you said, every player wants to play for Real Madrid and Barcelona, and it's the fucking dream.
And not
coming
everybody
from
can handle
Chelsea,
it.
probably had a Balón de Oro season.
Yeah.
That Chelsea didn't win it. Won PFA Player of the Year. Won the title with Chelsea. Get him out of Madrid after Ronaldo leaves. Your new left winger. Everything looks bright for Madrid. This fucking guy has more injuries than goals scored all season.
Some people just cannot
Like more
handle
injuries
it.
than goals. That's
They cannot
sad.
handle the pressure of being in Real Madrid. They cannot handle that pressure.
The pressure.
So,
You get injuries because of the pressure?
probably. Hey,
No,
you never know.
I think that's just a misfortune. That's just unlucky.
At this point, it's just injury prone.
But that's how's that your fault though? Like
The pressure of being the number 7 and replacing Ronaldo and being that wonder child that comes through and the golden,
if Madrid has that 7 curse, I'd be kind of amazed by it because Man U had that 7 curse for a while.
Yeah, for a little bit. So Real Madrid.
Until El Matador Cavani came and fucking broke.
All right, relax. He's been there for a couple weeks.
already
Real
on his way
Madrid.
out.
He is. Who needed a score from a defender to go past in 1-0 aggregate in the first leg against Atalanta.
10-man Atalanta.
Against a 10-man Atalanta. We're talking about Real Madrid, who's in a similar situation as Barcelona, which is not the same this season. And
Can I tell you something?
what?
I think Atalanta's gonna advance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be, that wouldn't be too far of a stretch of imagination. It's possible. It's one.
I think they're gonna do it.
It's one goal. I'll still stick with Real Madrid passing, honestly.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I think Atalanta's going to pass, guys.
So then we have 2-0 aggregate. These are a little bit more lopsided than the other ones. 2-0. Manchester City, arguably the best team next to Bayern Munich in Europe right now. They did lose a couple weeks ago to Manchester United. They seem to be getting it back on track in Europe. They are going against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I expect no surprises here.
No. City's definitely going to take that. They're probably going to win 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. And it doesn't matter. They're going to advance to the quarterfinals.
Which means we go to another one that's more lopsided. Bayern Munich, Lazio, 4-1. No surprises here. I think
Bayern's safe to fucking play their reserve players. And still win
they
the
have.
game,
They have.
3-1.
They did. They played a fucking 14-year-old or something.
That's
Like
fucking crazy. Yeah,
it's insane.
Bayern's gonna dominate that one.
And
then we have the good one,
Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid at
which could
Stamford
potentially
Bridge.
become the most boring game defensively wise, because Atletico tends to make the games a little boring. But if your boys can do it, how excited would you be in the quarterfinals?
I'd be pumped. I'd have a 88 rated Mason Mount on my ones to watch UCL Champions League that I don't use on demand in FIFA. Check out the Community COVID Shield on Wednesday live 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, no, Atletico Madrid is tough to beat overall, tough to beat at the Wanda, tough to beat defensively. Chelsea did everything, did all of that. Now can they hold it back in Stamford Bridge? Chelsea and Stamford Bridge in Champions League has seen very, very sad results against Spanish teams.
Oh yeah,
Madrid is top of the league still.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Chelsea, I think, has what it takes to advance. I want to hope so.
I hope so, because the Atletico scores that one goal.
Yeah,
I mean,
away
I
goal.
think they still need one goal, but
Yeah, we scored an away goal. They can get an away goal. So I mean, it's anybody's match at this point. But I think Chelsea with the offense clicking. You have Werner, who's playing a little bit better this time around. He's making plays. He's not necessarily scoring all that much, but he is making things happen. Tuchel is doing. He's doing all right, man.
Yeah,
I mean, results are there. What do you want me to say?
He's fixing it.
So I do think Chelsea has a chance to go and move past Madrid in this one. What do you think?
I kind of want Atletico to be able to win the treble. I'm gonna go with your Chelsea. I'm gonna root for your Chelsea. I'm gonna hope that they go to quarterfinals. Just because I want to see you get your feelings hurt in the quarterfinals.
Fine by me. I'm cool with that. But yeah, so that's what we have this week for Champions Leagues, and
Yes, we do.
everything else is
we
up in there.
So we have some soccer to talk about the leagues around the world.
Some soccer.
So now to kind of save time, instead of being like, oh, we're gonna talk about this, and this, we're gonna go leagues around the world.
All right.
What happened? You good? Leagues around the world.
Yay.
Soccer. Yeah, so we have the North London Derby.
Yes, el Tottenham de
So Son got hurt.
Son did get hurt before the game. Before the game, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the captain of Arsenal, was sent home. Not sent home. He was taken out of the lineup because he's late. I guess it's nothing new from what Borussia Dortmund fans are saying. Like, it's nothing new. Like, they just didn't think it happened so late. But at this point, you know, he's a player that they didn't need against Tottenham.
I guess not, but pinche golazo de Lamela, güey.
Lamela scored a
that goal
beautiful goal.
Let
me see. I mean, talk about it a little bit.
So this guy is on the box on the left side, top corner left side, and he just does a Rabona kick, low driven to the freaking second post.
That's what
going between the defender's legs. First of all, when you do a Rabona, you're usually crossing it or you're lifting it up. This guy kept it hard and low driven, which is, I'm assuming, really, really, really fucking difficult to do.
Yeah, like when I heard Rabona, I was like, okay, like, you know, your classic Rabona. It's a little floated and it goes over the keeper. And
no, but fue un tirazo.
Fue un pinche tirazo. Trying to find a link that'll show us, hopefully, in a different language so we can learn the sounds. Oh, did I find a Korean?
No,
oops, I did not. Oops, there we go. But again, it was a great goal. You love to see it. You love to see beautiful wonder goals like that, especially in a derby where it means more.
And then you had Odegaard scoring for Arsenal, which, I mean, you always want to see the kid that you brought up on loan, right?
Yeah, he's loaned.
Like, doing good. And then, like I said, Aubameyang, pretty unfortunate, but he's gonna have to.
Bato, para que te paguen tanto for them to pay you so much, and then
exactly.
And then for you to do that, I don't
like, even we're not late to work.
Right.
Like, straight up.
Right.
like
I don't get fucking paid millions and be like, oh, you know. And then after, so
and
you know
then
how
for your
after
job
the game,
to be soccer and you're fucking late.
And not even that. Like,
you're ungrateful sack of shit, man.
I mean, yeah, because like, what are you supposed to do at that point? Like, because after everybody,
estaba crudo,
I don't know, because then that's what I'm saying. Like, after, you know, have everybody, after the game, there's a cool down, like, warm, which I never understood, but I get it. A cool down exercise warm up, like, all right, after the game, if you're all spent, all right, we're gonna go ahead.
You're tired as well.
We're gonna go ahead and, you know, run 10 more laps, guys, just to cool down. But yeah, when the team was doing that, he got in his car and drove off.
Damn.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on over there.
He has a nice car.
He does have a nice car. Couldn't find it. Oh well.
all good.
But that was a beautiful Rabona goal. Reguilon couldn't believe it.
Arsenal ended up winning it overall. Man U had a game against West Ham United, which was a pretty tough game for Man U. It was an own goal. Oh, you muted me. I muted you. There was an own goal there. That really wasn't an own goal, but they ended up giving it as an own goal. And the question has to be asked, is second place success for Manchester United? What do you think?
I think it is. At this point, you know, as much as I want to say you guys should be fighting for first, you guys are fighting for first, but you know, it's just a long way to go. That's where Man U should be. I don't care if it's 10, 12 points behind first place. That's where Man U should be. Chelsea should be in those top top four spots, honestly.
Yeah, no,
and I like shit like that. I don't like seeing not Wolves. Still it's West Ham and you know, West Ham in fifth. That's ugly. Like Leicester. Sabes que te la paso. Like Leicester, I like what they're doing because they won the Premier League. They've been there.
They've been competitive, bro.
So shout out to them.
In Champions League. I don't think their Champions League quality
They're
team.
probably like a Europa team. But for how long? And that's the thing about, these things, because Leicester in 2-3 years can be back at the bottom tier, and you wouldn't miss them. You wouldn't really miss them. Throw Everton back there, Arsenal back up there.
Even Wolves, dude. Like, Jimenez got hurt, and they started fucking lowering. It's crazy.
So speaking about hurt.
Yeah, dude. Oh, my God, dude. Rui, goalkeeper from Wolves, actually got hit on the head.
Knocked the fuck out.
And he was legit knocked the fuck out, like, on the grass. Like, they ended up stopping the game and everything. So someone can go kick the ball to him to see if he's doing better. But he wasn't. He was just kind of passed out.
Hey, you doing better?
Hey, buddy. Wake up.
Poke him with the stick.
With the stick.
Yeah, don't poke unconscious goalkeepers with the stick, please.
Yeah. Are you looking for the injury?
I'm looking for, this was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, dude.
That was not it, because here it is. Here it is. Salah's onto this. Salah's in. Salah scores. The flag goes off. Just gets knocked the fuck out. All for an offsides. All for an offsides goal. That's what I would have been pissed about.
Oh man, just
toma, just a Kinshasa to the knee, a knee to the face.
I wonder
to the face, like, yikes! That is a scary scene. That is a scary scene. Very scary. Not laugh worthy at all.
No.
But no. So he says that he remembers a collision, so that's good. So I don't know what it is with Wolves and head injuries this season, but no bueno.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, injuries happen all the time, but to be that unlucky and losing two of your top players, it's tough.
And then you good?
Yeah, La Liga.
Okay.
Yeah, La Liga. So Messi.
Messi's
a great talking point right now. Like, this dude's breaking all sorts of records. He just tied Xavi's record for most games for Barcelona, 767 games.
Yeah.
That means next week he breaks the record. And then he is the only La Liga player to score in the La Liga's history to score 20 or more goals in a single season.
And this comes to, I don't want to forget to mention Ronaldo's own record-breaking Pele's.
Yeah.
Club goal record, official. I don't know. Pele has like 12 records that are unofficial. It's
exactly.
It's weird.
But they're still keeping each other at their toes, bro. That's what's crazy. So I mean, Ronaldo just scored a hat trick over this weekend.
Yeah, into 34 minutes or some shit like that. Like, again,
crazy, man.
You said two years like that. I think
I asked you, it was earlier in the
this was actually
was
very earlier
in the podcast.
Yep,
I was
earlier
like, did I
today.
ask you before the podcast started?
Yep.
How many, 2-3 years that they have left to maybe at top level?
And then Messi, if he keeps, this is the thing, like, if Messi doesn't need to be speedy, if he just does things like he's been doing, like this.
Yeah.
Good pass. Gets cleared. Cleared by Huesca, was it the team?
Yeah.
And then Messi outside the box, little touch, outside left, shoots it outside the box. Con chanfle.
What a fucking banger,
It hits
dude.
the angle, like it hits both posts, the crossbar and the post.
Yep.
Like, you can't put it more on the angle than that. Like, it's impossible
it's
to
crazy, man.
have a better shot. It's crazy what Messi is doing at this point, and he doesn't even seem happy doing it. Like, he doesn't want to do it. Like, it's just like there. Like, I want Messi to want to play soccer. I want Messi to love playing the sport.
For that, he needs players that he wants to play with, and not
Dembele.
And I don't think he's the guy, your leader, to teach his young
He's
people
not.
what to do. I don't think he's that. Ronaldo is that, though. That's why I always prefer Ronaldo over Messi when it comes to that argument. Like, who's better? Like, I can't. Messi's skillful, God-given talent, no denying that. But Ronaldo's just a workforce, man. He's a working machine. So
It's crazy that we're still talking about Messi and Ronaldo, and it's still like,
And they're out of the Champions League now. They're both out of the Champions League.
Yeah,
We're still talking about them like they're the greatest.
And
then we have Bundesliga. Just mentioning it out there that Leipzig is putting up a fight against Bayern. Bayern has not won the Bundesliga yet, which we're kind of used to hearing around
at
this
point,
time.
yeah, in March.
Like 20 games before, like, oh, hey, Bayern won the league already. So the table's pretty close.
So it is RB Leipzig is 4 points out. They've played the same amount of games, but do they have any upcoming matches together? Bayern has Stuttgart coming up. It should be a pretty easy game. Bayern Leipzig, April 3rd. There we go. So if in that time Bayern was to tie, drop points, Leipzig has a chance to be 1 point away at least, and then play them April 3rd. And possibly take the lead at that point, but
I'd be so lucky for them if all that happens. But you never know. Again, you never know what can happen.
You watched the CLASICOS.
Oh fuck! Yes, I did. Mamatar. I held up.
No digas eso.
So okay, Chivas played against America over the weekend. I was super excited. I'm not gonna lie. Chivas. They're not playing their best soccer, but they are playing decent soccer. Macias is scoring. He's the top Mexican goal scorer in the league. And Teach came out with a different lineup than what we're used to seeing. And I get it. You want to come out aggressive. But here's what he missed it. This is where he missed it, man. And again, I don't want to sound like I know more than Teach. Obviously, I don't. Pero es un pinche clásico where you need players que te van a jugar con pinche sudor y lágrimas. You need players that have experience as well. And you need the talent. The fact that you didn't start Chapito Sanchez, who's probably one of your fucking leaders on the team, that pissed me off. You started a Mayorga on the left side. I don't mind it because he's been playing better than Ponce. But remember, Ponce te va a jugar con huevos contra el América. Ponce ya ha jugado contra el pinche Córdoba. He's kept him in his pocket before. So, just something to think about. You have to play Sepúlveda and Briseño. I get it. You have no other options down there. You have to play Beltrán. You have to play Molina. Fine. Solid. That's fine. You have Vega, Angulo, and Antuna. If you play Brizuela up on top, you have to bench one of those players. Antuna hasn't been doing much. Angulo's been playing pretty good. Vega is an official starter that we need to have. So, Brizuela can also play center mid. He's done it before, so you could have actually benched Beltrán as well. He hasn't been getting many minutes. Or just bench Antuna. Either or. If you're going to play him eventually, he's going to get minutes. He's going to be fine. You start Macias, that's great. But the whole thing, Chapito, the backline was a mess. The players on top, they didn't know what to do. Son puros morros, güey. No estaba la experiencia arriba. If we have Brizuela up there, los calma un poco, you know? Yeah. And, man, they had a chance at the beginning of the game. Angulo missed it wide right. After that, nothing. Couldn't complete passes, couldn't do anything. America was just missing chances at that time. And then right before halftime, they did that. There was a stupid foul. Box, Henry Martin, pinche golazo de cabeza. Gudiño, did you see the first goal?
Yeah.
Gudiño was badly positioned.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think you just told me before, instead of just throwing yourself, take a step back.
Take a step back, take a patient step back, position yourself, and
you
then
would have gotten there, right? If you take a step back?
Yeah, and it's really hard to say, like, oh, do it in the moment, just because you want to get, you don't know if you're going to get there with that push, and you want to have the power and the push to be able to push the ball outside.
Okay.
But if you take another step, you might just fall back. It's weird. So, but still, like, he should be able to save that, or at least make a better effort at that. My whole thing is that whenever, like, of course, like, whenever Chivas wins, like, we make fun of them, whenever everything. But America fans are just, you guys are the worst, guys. You guys suck. Like, you guys are the same people that whenever the Mexican team is losing it's like, pinche Mexico selección no sirve para nada. It's because of your stupid team that is putting the Mexican player down. Sure, Martin is Mexican, right? So
Henry Martin, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, sure, I'll give you that, but
they have probably 3 players that are Mexican in this team.
Yeah, like
Henry Martin, Córdoba, and that Sanchez, that right back. Sanchez.
Yeah, but even then, like,
our left back.
This is the team that celebrates in the faces of everything, but then, like, complains about, like, no crece el pinche fútbol mexicano, all the kids and this and that. Like,
I see that. I see your point.
Yeah, no, like Chivas is the heartbeat. That's why I'm a Chivas fan, because it's the lifeblood of the Selección Mexicana, and whatever. If you know, the health is there. If the health is there in Chivas and they're at a good level, then the Mexican team is at a good level.
Yeah.
I
mean,
but
they did apologize. The press conference, they said that they apologized and that they should have won that game or should have performed better. At the end of the day, I don't want a fucking apology. I just want to see results, and hopefully that changes around, because the season's about to come to an end. I mean, we're in 13th, and there's only 12 spots that go in.
I'm gonna clip that when you said, like, I don't care about fucking apologies. I don't care about fucking results, and I'm gonna throw it to, like, if you know what, San Diego Loyal lost their first preseason. Message from Chiva to San Diego Loyal after their first preseason game.
I don't want fucking
apologies. I just want fucking results. I want to see
do it. That'd be great. Yeah, I mean, fuck, Chivas. Like, it fucking hurts, especially losing 3-0 against America. The referee was fucking horrible, like always, stopping the fucking game, every fucking foul, cutting off the time. I fucking hate it. It's just the Mexican refereeing makes the fucking Mexican league a joke, and I hate it. At one point, I was saying, you know what, I'm done watching Mexican soccer. I'm gonna retire from this. I can't because of the podcast. But yeah, Planeta, here's one more message from us.
No, let's see if I can clip it exactly.
Ese de los árboles está chistoso. Have you seen that?
Oh, message from our...
Chingue su madre la América. Chingue su madre la América.
I love it.
Su madre la América.
Well, that's not that.
That's not it.
That's not it at all. So
we'll be talking football eventually.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna go ahead and chop it up right there.
Yeah, America. Chingue su madre.
Absolutely.
That's all I have to say.
Want to go ahead and thank our sponsors.
No, yeah, sponsors. Yeah. Tacos del Vaquero over on 3rd Avenue, right in front of 3 Punk Hills. Make sure you guys eat some tacos. Give us a shout out if you mention 2 balls in the mic. He'll smile at you.
I mean, I've never had any. I don't think anybody's asked for free tacos.
Maybe
like saying, like, hey, 2
one.
balls in the mic, can you get free tacos?
Maybe.
Shout out.
Ask if you get one. Let us know. That'd be great.
Shout out.
Whoa.
I have a seat part broken from Qualcomm Stadium. I can't reveal the source, but I'll tell you right now, Chiva, when I got this and a concrete big piece from Rock, I cried.
You cried?
I legit cried. Like,
wow.
1000% cried. Talk about it maybe a little bit later. But
again, hit me up if you want to find out what Tony did.
Please don't.
To get in trouble with SD Low.
But yeah, shout out to you guys. Community COVID Shield later on this week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on our YouTube channel. Check that out. Sean Kelly's interview was fantastic. Statistician for F1 and San Diego Loyal. Yeah, I think we're good, right?
Yeah, we're good. All right. Thank you guys.